Okay, this is going to be a quick lecture on the differences between loyalists, patriots, and neutrals. If you look at the image here in the first slide, the soldiers that you see in the foreground here are American patriots, um, and they typically were the ones who picked up their muskets and fought the British. The guys in the background that you see there in red would represent, well, those are the British, and this little skirmish or miniature battle that's happening here is Lexington and Concord at the beginning of the American Revolution. Your loyalists tended to be people who had either commercial ties or cultural ties, or perhaps both, to Great Britain. Oftentimes, they were located in coastal areas, from South Carolina all the way up to Massachusetts. Um, but an example might be a large plantation owner, or maybe someone who owned a shipping company, because they were doing well commercially in their relationship with Great Britain, and they didn't want the war, so they tended to be loyal to Britain, and we call them loyalists. Let's see what's next here. Patriots. Everyone knows who the Patriots were. The Patriots were the Americans who wanted independence from Great Britain. They tended to fill the ranks of the Continental Army. They were not all men. Of course, there were plenty of women patriots as well. Um, and I guess the most famous patriot of all would probably be George Washington. Okay. And your neutrals tended to be individuals or groups who either opposed the war or didn't care either way. Um, they oftentimes, when we think of neutrals, we think of Quakers in Pennsylvania, because they not only opposed the American Revolution, they opposed all war, and as far as I know, still do. Don't quote me on that, but I think they do. But neutrals, again, they didn't want the war at all, and if the war had to happen, they didn't really care so much who won. Okay, one side or the other, either way, it didn't matter. Okay, so quick recap: loyalists wanted to stay loyal to Great Britain. Patriots wanted independence from Great Britain, and neutrals, they really didn't care either way.